Honoring through listening. I love how the Word of God teach us all these building stones. Romans 12 verse 10, love each other with genuine affect and take delight in honoring each other. He says, take delight in honoring each other. There's a culture out there and there's a generation out there that I think sometimes lack honoring. And even us, my generation, I'm actually talking about all of us, to honor those around you, to honor people. You know, in the Kingdom Coaching, I have the privilege every day to listen to people and listen to their stories and listen to their heart. And many a time I can see those people just need somebody to listen. And this is why I decided to talk about this subject, because I have learned that there's a lacking. You know, if I pray sometimes with people and I can see this person has so much hurt and carries so much hurt because a mother or a father never looked them in the eyes and honor them. When they speak, they couldn't honor them by just sitting down and allowing them to finish their sentence. Have you noticed that even in friendships, people will sit around a table and they will discuss something, and the one will not allow the other one to finish his sentence because my opinion is much higher than whatever you say or what you bring to the table. Now, in my journey, there was about a year and a half that Aldo couldn't speak at all. There was not even a sound. So we had to communicate, and I really had to learn to focus and to look him in the eye, and he only had the one eye, and to try and figure out, what is he saying? What does he want? Because yes, I've learned that even the eyes can talk. You know, with your lips you can say one thing, but your heart can be afar. But then later on, he started saying little noises, and the little noises became little words. And I had to try really to focus and listen. What is he trying to say to me? Maybe you bring a lot of sentences, but you don't really get to the place where you really say what your heart wants to say. So for me, I realized this after speaking to so many people. We are too busy to listen. We are too busy to try to bring what I have to the table, but not to honor you enough to listen what you have to say, or to listen what of my part hurt you the way I handle you, or the way I handle things. So listening is just one way of communicating, and it's not only communicating words, but also communicating feelings, because I honor you. That's why I want to listen to you. And listening is really going to take time of me, to take time of my day and to go and sit with you. And listening means I leave everything and I look you in the eyes and I give you that time. Now, many people pride themselves and say, yes, I can listen and I can watch a TV show, or I can do emails while you're speaking, don't worry. That's not really honoring that person, you know. Even if it's a tiny little time, but just to sit down and look them in the eyes. Now, I always, whenever I do marriage counseling, I would say to them, you know, if you really want a good marriage, buy time out to look each other in the eyes. Buy time out to hear what's on your wife's heart. Or communicate in a way that your wife can understand what you're saying. But you need to take time for that. Now, as Romans 12 says, Paul tells them, he says, take delight in honoring each other. How do you honor your spouse? How do you honor your children? Do you know that daily, when I pray with people, I look them in the eyes and I say these words. I'm not your mama and I'm not your father, but I want to ask forgiveness. I want to ask forgiveness for not listening to you. And as a parent, I'm telling you, I know how many mistakes I have made in my life. But as I have an opportunity to listen to other people, I just more and more and more realize, you can listen to everyone at the office. You can listen to everyone's complaints, but not to your own families. So we need to drop everything and we need to look them in the eyes. And that's real communication. And that actually say to that person, you are so important in my life that I want to give you this time. So listening, in my eyes, is a very, very powerful way of expressing love. Yes. Giving that person the opportunity to talk. Now, many times people can't talk. But just to give them that time, you know what? You can tell me whatever is upsetting you, or if maybe it's just a story. Maybe you just want to tell me how was your day. And as I'm sitting looking at you today, I know how many times I've made mistakes, and I can see the fruit of my mistakes in my life, in my children's life, in my life. But we're never too old to learn. I try to phone my mom every day, and not because I have to, not because it's a ritual, not because I need to. She struggled to talk, but just to honor her by saying, I am here. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to tell me today, I am here. You can speak. Sometimes I don't really hear everything, but it's not really what I did hear or not heard. It's honoring by giving that little bit of time and telling her, I love you. Life is short. Let's celebrate life and let's honor each other. My friend, God's will speak again.